And we're following a developing story here on SportsCenter surrounding James Harden's future. In the last hour, Adrian Wojnarowski and Ramona Shelburne are reporting that the Rockets are expanding trade talks on James Harden beyond the Nets and the Sixers. His two choices. The Rockets open up their season next Wednesday against the Thunder. As of right now, Harden on the team, scheduled to play for the squad. Let's bring in Adrian Wojnarowski with much more on this story. Woj, what has changed in the last few days surrounding this situation in Harden?
Hey, Kevin, more dialogue with more teams. Houston has become engaged, I'm told, with teams in both the Eastern and Western conferences. And I think there's becoming more of a comfort level among teams in the league to get involved in these James Harden talks to offer up significant assets, young players, all-star level players, draft picks, combinations of all that. Without, number one, a promise that James Harden will re-sign with you in 2 years when he can become a free agent. They're working in concert with Harden on this. He's aware of a lot of these scenarios. And I think teams are seeing more, there's a little more of a confidence out there that the potential deal of Harden may not be Philadelphia or the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, you mentioned Philadelphia. In your report, you talk about the Sixers' willingness to include Ben Simmons in a potential trade. What more are you hearing about this?
Kevin, the Sixers have signaled a willingness in these talks to include Simmons in deals that include Harden, but likely would need to include a lot more. They haven't really gotten traction, Philadelphia and Houston, on a Harden deal. They have talked, and they've talked about a number of scenarios. And among them, Ben Simmons has been brought up. But right now, Philadelphia is reluctant to break up that Embiid-Simmons partnership without a massive haul back, and I think in their minds, perhaps even more than James Harden. But these are negotiations. The NBA just announced tonight the trade deadline is set now for March 25th. Not sure it's going to go that long. Houston, listen, they would like to get a deal done if they can find the right deal and move on from this. But they have a package, a threshold that they want to reach, and they're going to keep moving toward that. But there has been more conversation with more teams here in the last few days.
All right, good note there. March 25th, the trade deadline this upcoming season for the NBA. We will monitor this developing story surrounding James Harden as the season opener for the league is 5 days away. Woj, appreciate the time.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.